welcome in tonight. I'm going to chit-chat while Zosh is walking off his Charlie horse that struck him just before stream. We're doing something a little bit different tonight because the entire cast of Imperium Maledictum was struck with maledictums. And it looks like this Charlie horse is one last attempt on the part of fate to take out Zosh. So, Zosh and I are playing a one-on-one game tonight where I will be running him through the world of Human Occupied Landfill. Isn't that something? It's going to be a bit of a different style of game. For those who are unaware, Human Occupied Landfill is an art RPG, as it were. It's a legitimate, genuine RPG from the 1990s, but it was designed as a bit of an art project. It's a very tongue-in-cheek, very sarcastic, edgy, sort of dressing down of the RPGs of the time. It's got a lot of Warhammer 40k DNA in it. It's got some other DNA as well from like D&D and other shenanigans, just play table culture DNA in it. It makes fun of everything, basically. So look forward to a night of sarcasm, bad jokes, maybe some good jokes, maybe some bad jokes, and parody, spoof, probably some scuff because this is always done live, and a number of twists and turns, because when I realized I had to improvise a story on the fly tonight, I turned to the one genre I know very well and can improvise very easily. That is the detective story, the noir, and the hard-boiled noir. And who is more hard-boiled than a duck detective? So tonight, once he is back from his Charlie horse, Zosh will be playing this duck detective that you see in front of you.
You're just like actually such a fucking good entertainer. Well, yeah, I didn't want to interrupt you during that whole diatribe. I came back like 3 minutes ago. Yeah.
3 minutes ago.
yeah. That was so good. I didn't want to interrupt you during that.
Oh well then that's fine. Well then, how about you tell us who you're playing, Mr. Box?
I am playing. Yes. Please call me Zosh. Mr. Box is my father. I am playing Dick Privately, Private Duck.
Excellent. So let's. That is Dick Private
Duck Detective.
Resident Duck Detective, trapped on the world of the Human Occupied Landfill.
Give me just a second. I am sending you my PDF for you.
By all means, take your time. I'm going to introduce the audience to the world of HōL before we get started, so they have some context. In the edgy, dark future of the 43rd and a half millennium, the church and the fast food industry have fused to become a galaxy-spanning empire known as the Church and Munch. They control absolutely everything that humanity has ever created, and they provide delicious, delectable fast food and salvation at reasonable prices. Indeed, it is a time of great peace and weirdness for the whole of the galaxy, and everyone is doing pretty damn well. Because when you can't deal with good people, you always have a plethora of bad people that you can hire to do your business for you. Unfortunately, with all the fast food packaging that the galaxy-spanning fast food empire, Church and Munch, produces, there was a need for a central dump site, a garbage planet, as it were. And that garbage planet is the Human Occupied Landfill, the central repository for all the garbage, all the refuse, all the unrecyclable trash that the entirety of the galaxy produces. And that includes its people. For it is not just a garbage dump planet serving the entirety of the galaxy. It is also the only prison serving all of the galaxy, as well as just a place to drop people off that you don't like very much. For they say that once you end up on the Human Occupied Landfill, there really is no way out. People have tried, and those people have died pretty often. So you basically have a world of garbage people, and mutants where horrible things happen. Fortunately, everyone in this planet is horrible in some kind of special way, and so when horrible things happen to them, we can take a little delight in that, which is sort of the point of the game. So, without further ado, we will open our scene for this exciting one-on-one adventure, this bold experiment on the part of the Handful of Nerds. In this first episode of Handful of Nerds presents Human Occupied Landfill, which I just oh no, I just realized the whole acronym for that is Human HōL.
Yeah, we're posting HōL.
Yep. Yeah. Welcome to Human HōL, everybody, episode 1. So, Zosh.
Yes.
Dick.
Yeah.
It's another day in your run-down, crummy detective office that you share with your, well, you call him your partner, he calls him your boss, himself your boss, Guy, the private eye. It's a dark, smoky office, in part because of all of the cigarette butts, that have been stacked up in the corner to a mountain almost as tall as you guys, but also because of the exhaust pipes from the auto shop downstairs that conveniently run through your air conditioning system, such as it is. You're all alone, sitting at your desk, having another cigarette. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what's running through your head?
All right, give me a second to truly embody the character.
Please. Get into the role that neither of us are prepared for.
It had been 3 months since my last case, and maybe longer since I had something proper to eat. My slush fund was starting to turn more to a slush coins between the cushions of the couch.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And that's when the door swings open, as hard as it's ever swung open before. Standing in the doorway is Guy, the private eye. Literally a mutant eyeball, about 2 apples tall, little arms, little legs, big fedora. And he looks at you.
I love him.
Right. Looks at you and he says, Dick! Points right at you, and then comes running and jumps with surprising alacrity onto the table. You gotta turn on the TV right now, Dick!
Nah, Guy, all that stuff rots your brain.
No, Dick, you gotta turn it on right now. Our new commercial is about to air.
New commercial? When we shoot a commercial?
We just shot the commercial yesterday, and it's gonna air right now. Turn on the TV, Dick.
Yesterday, and I fumble with the remote and turn it on.
All right. As you fumble with the remote, it almost leaps out of your hand, and then you manage to hit the button. Static kind of whines and screeches. And then, sure enough, there's a commercial playing on the air. And it's very, how shall we describe it? It's very dramatic, but also very anime in a horrible way. And it has a jingle, and that jingle, which I wrote about 5 minutes before we started, goes a little something like this. He's Guy, and he's your private eye. Nobody does danger or chases a stranger for 200 globules an hour. Like Guy, your private eye. So call guy. And then it shows him, he turns and he like finger guns the TV. And then the commercial ends and goes back to whatever horrible, shitty soap opera is being broadcast from the other side of the galaxy. You must pay the rent. I can't pay
Days
the
of
rent.
Our Lie is on again. I'm turning this off.
Yeah. What do you think?
It seemed a lot more like it was your commercial, guy, rather than our commercial.
Nah, of course not. I bring them in with my good looks, and you do the dick stuff. You know, you do your dick stuff.
Never say that to me again.
All right. And just then, the door swings open again. Not as hard as before, but still quite startlingly. And before we do that, let me show the audience here. This is Guy the Private Eye. By the way, we got the little art of Guy the Private Eye there that I drew just before the stream. But now standing in the doorway.
Take a look.
Oh yeah, take a look. Just a little eyeball.
I keep going. I can wait for the stream to update.
Oh yeah. And standing in the doorway, the camera pans up from two little white feet up across a slinky red dress, into which are squeezed three very obvious what are known on HōL as wastums. Wastums, for the uninitiated, are essentially HōL's primary food source, right? They're basically tapioca-flavored sentient marshmallows with stubby little arms and legs, very cute, absolutely harmless. They breed prolifically, and you can usually find them everywhere. They taste great deep fried. They have varying levels of sentience and awareness. In this case, three appear to have decided that they would squeeze themselves into a dress to pass themselves off as a woman. Immediately, Guy the Private Eye throws out his hands, and if he weren't a single eye, you know, he would swell and do that cartoon kind of shoot forward thing. He's like, wowee, zowee, get a load of her! Unaware that it's three wastums in a dress.
I think you may need to get your, all of you checked, Guy.
What are you talking about? Don't talk about this dame that way. Come on in, lady. What do you need? She walks in with tiny little jigglies, every little steps, every part of her jiggling because of the texture of the three wastums stacked on top of each other. And immediately begins to speak in the most sultry of tones. What do you mean your sister's gone missing? Gone off walking with a man from the right side of the tracks. He looks at you. I hate the right side of the tracks, Dick.
I spit. The right side of the tracks make me sick. Nothing bad ever happens over there.
And you need someone to tail her. And you saw my commercial. I mean, our commercial. Great. Do you have the 200 globules? It sort of gets into what looks like the cleavage, but it's obviously just kind of just the second wasp squished in a weird way. And it kind of like spits out 200 globules, which are these weird... I want you to imagine chewed bubble gum that's been rolled around in like old moldy pasta sauce and made and covered in hair, monkey hair, and made slightly alive. Like it's not alive, but it can bite you. Like an urchin is kind of alive.
Ooh, okay.
You know, pulls out about a bag of those, approximately 200 of them. drops it on the floor immediately because its little arm is not strong enough to actually hold it all. And they sort of land with a splat and begin going like, and like kind of spreading out across the office. And guy goes, perfect, I'll take the case. Dick, I'll see you later. Enjoy doing your dick stuff. And he jumps off the table.
What did I tell you about saying that to me?
He doesn't even listen. He's off the table and he's out the door without any details from this woman who stares at you awkwardly.
And yet again, my peerless partner leaves me to take the case on my own. Yeah, sorry about him. He's a bit excited. Sorry, my last name's a bit rusty. Could you please repeat that?
And she pulls out a card and slides it to you sort of with the little stubby arm, but kind of then drops it just before it can reach the table.
Cash only. I pick up the card.
Yeah. Kind of like wiggles over to you, swaying like an unsteady stack of 3 Wastums in a dress. And puts the little stubby marshmallow arms on your chest.
No, there isn't a Mrs. privately, but this is highly unprofessional.
And you see that the business card is for an Italian restaurant called Spidero's on the right side of the tracks.
So I know it isn't, but that feels so close to like a slur or something. Oh my god.
Oh no. Indicating that this was the last place that she knew her sister was going.
All right. You got a way to identify your sister? Any distinguishing marks or features?
And she kind of like pats her face a little bit with her stubby arm.
All right, looks just like you, I think.
Nods and almost falls over upon nodding.
All right, so gray and a dress. Got it. Color dress or different color dress? I see. Blue. Got it.
And she turns, begins to saunter back toward the door, swaying unsteadily, trying very hard. Like, it's clear that the one on the bottom is like trying very hard to imitate a butt jiggle as she goes, but not doing it very well on its tiny little feet. And then they close the door.
Well, no use sitting around here getting secondhand and first-hand smoke. Supposed to go off to Spidero's, you said it was?
Spidero's, spelled like spider with O's. Like Spider O's, yeah.
Oh, I have a feeling I'm not going to like this place.
All right. You leave your office, walk down the 6 flights of stairs. You know how some stairs are too steep? Like, not the stairs themselves, but the steps are only like 3 inches wide in old buildings. It's a lot like that.
Yeah.
You kind of make your way down the stairs, and I would like you. Let me pull up that character sheet of yours. Here. And I would like you.
Oh, let me get my dice.
Get your dice. Get your 2d6. I I would like you to
Dice
roll.
acquired.
Excellent. I would like you to roll for me your feats.
Oh, my feats. Let's
Your
see what
feats.
I get.
Just raw feats. Because you
That
didn't take the
is-
going downstairs skill.
Oh, it's a total of 5.
You rolled a total of 5. Okay. That
Hang
is
on, I want a
a-
2d6. I'm not looking at my character sheet. Hang on.
Okay. Yeah. Total of 5 plus your meats.
My feats?
Yeah,
Oh, my
2d6
meats.
plus your feats.
Oh, okay. So that's, with feet, that's 7. That should be what? A total of 12, I think?
12? That's a failure. Yeah, that's a failure. Yeah, 5 plus 7 is 12. That is a failure. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You So as you're walking down these stairs, you know your duck feet, of course, are a bit bigger than the steps provide, and you kind of trip over yourself, and you begin to fall. It's not the first time you've fallen down these stairs, of course, but you fall all 6 flights, just rolling down each step, and just when you think you're about to catch yourself this time, you fall more and harder. At one point, you reach up to grab the banister, and as soon as you do, the rust of 30 years causes it to break off in your hand, so now you're rolling with a pipe in your hand. What are you thinking as you fall down these stairs, seemingly endlessly?
Excuse me. Another Tuesday.
It is indeed another Tuesday. As you hit the bottom of the stairs, you hear the ding of the even crummier elevator, which you haven't taken in years. And out walks the 3 Wassums in a dress. She looks down at you and says, me, and saunters out of the building.
Easy for you to say. You're light enough for that thing to drag you down here. I will take the compound fractures over getting crushed to death in that.
Hey! She sort of like humps and then like leaves. I think there's chemistry.
All right. I get up, dust myself off, and I'll add rusty pipe from the banister to my inventory.
Go for it. You now have a weapon. One of several weapons. Let's see. All right, as soon as you step outside, your nose is assaulted by the smell of Human Occupied Landfill. It's a unique odor. Your office is in a portion of the Human Occupied Landfill that is largely reserved for anthropomorphic species, right? So your anthropomorphic animals, your anthropomorphic objects, your object heads, your anthropomorphic concepts, right? Mostly because the other people of HōL just don't like y'all very much. And
I
you're
see
on
how it is.
Yeah. And you're on a rather busy shopping street. The big sign on that big banner says, shoot them guys. Because once upon a time, someone moved in who only spoke Japanese. And they kept trying to call it Shotengai. But nobody spoke Japanese or understood what they were saying, so they just wrote down Shoot Dem Guy, and that seemed to be okay. So you're on Shoot Dem Guy Road. Lined with shops and lined with shops and stalls that are largely in disrepair. Most of them are closed. You and the mechanics shop are probably the only consistently open businesses. The right side of the tracks is a bit down the way. And about a 15-minute walk. And we're gonna do a little, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna rip off Crow. Hold on, let me just switch over here to.
Oh my God, we're doing clocks.
We're gonna make a clock, my man. we're gonna make a weird ass dumb clock. As soon as I get this Miro opened, the Miro app.
Should I be in the Miro? Because I have a bad tendency to forget to be in the Miro until like we are halfway through the session.
I don't think you need to be in the Miro. I don't think you need to be in the Miro. I was trying to find the Miro quickly. Oh yeah, there it is. Copy, and then studio mode, and then paste. Oh God, it's in front of everything because it always does that. It always does that. OBS. There we go. Hey, Licorice, calm down. How about you calm down, Licorice? Can I rotate this? Can I rotate this? To like... Can I rotate this to be diagonal? Do I have to use a hotkey to rotate this to be diagonal? Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah. One-on-one scuff stream. Yeah. We'll put it behind duck, and hit lock so that doesn't get moved around too much. Make it a little bit smaller there. Bam. Hey, Haunty, what are we working on today? I just want to make a clock, buddy. We're going to make some circles. Right here, we're going to have 4 circles. Each time you go wow, those don't even look like circles. Each time you go someplace, can I make these circles? I'm gonna stretch these circles. Oh. I'm a genius. Look at that. Manipulation. Each time these, each time you change locations, these circles, one of these circles will fill up. When they fill up entirely, who knows what'll happen? Something awful, I'm sure.
Definitely.
Nothing good. Nothing good will happen. So, the tracks are nearby, and on the right side of the tracks is this restaurant you were looking for. However, tell me a bit about how you're feeling about this weird lady in the case. What are your thoughts? What are your feelings?
I didn't know what to make of the case at first. Spaderos, a missing Wastem, or Watsum. I can't exactly remember how to pronounce them properly. That's unimportant right now. All I knew is I need to get on the right side of the tracks. That place always creeped me out. Always so unseedy and brightly lit, and no overhead pipe station on you that may or may not be acid and burn the flesh right off your bones. Gave me the willies it did.
Exactly. Hold up. Wait. What? Man, I haven't edited anything in Miro in a long time, but I'm just gonna adjust that up. Okay. So, make your way to the tracks. And the tracks here are, in fact, train tracks. Train tracks that were laid down a long time ago to haul goods from one of the few places of natural resources on the Human Occupied Landfill. That happens to be nearby to the anthropomorphic ghetto. And it basically hauls, it's a sludge hauler that tends to use these tracks. A sludge hauler from the diaper swamp. So named because it's where all of the used diapers and other goods, similar goods, get dumped, having formed a swamp over the millennia. It's a delightful place, the diaper swamp. And one such train is passing by at this very moment. Give me a let's see here. Give me a nuts roll.
Oh boy, just in general, nuts is not a good skill.
No,
for me.
you can add your withstand hellish, your withstand / enjoy hellish agony skill if you like.
Oh boy, that means I get +3 instead of +2.
Yeah. No, it means you get +5 because your nuts is +2, and then you add your skill as well.
Oh, that's how it works. Maybe.
Yes.
Okay. Well.
Yes.
All right. Oh man, I ignored all the crunch for this. Anyway, I got a 7 plus 5. That is a 12 again.
Another
Probably another failure, I think.
Another failure. Okay. So you just so happen to have arrived at the tracks at a moment when the sludge hauler is on its way. And fortunately, you weren't foolish enough to step onto the tracks. But you do have to wait there to cross as the sludge hauler passes by, and it is going exceedingly slowly today, hauling all manner of diaper swamp sludge, and the smell is a bit like rancid chocolate that's got just a hint of infant vomit. And, of course, the fecal smell of someone who's eaten too many chili peppers. All blending together into a nice sort of aromatic nasal fromage that you need to tolerate until the train goes by, and you are unable to do so. So, you're going to take some damage. You're going to take a little bit of damage here. So we're going to look at apply damage from the rule book that is very difficult to read. Every weapon or anything a character can make into a weapon has an anguish damage rating. The anguish factor is a number from 1 to 20 that tells how effective the weapon is and how much it will hurt. The damage number is always at least 1, but has no upper end. The target's defense against the attack is listed as its total armor, which is a combination of the target's meat and armor value. You're not worried about armor here. This is more like poison damage. So, I'm going to say that the anguish rating for the passing of the sludge hauler train is a good 5. I feel we're going to go with 5. Ooh. So you're going to take 5 points of damage, my friend, just from the smell.
Ugh, I will take those 5 points. Yuck.
All right. So you retch. You try to hold your breath. You're unable to, and eventually, the sludge hauler passes. And there on the other side, bright, weirdly clean, is the right side of the tracks. It's got nice looking buildings from another time. They're all just these big taupe boxes with like stucco that's been painted in like that tan shade of taupe, where they all look the same. Like you could literally put anything inside of these buildings, right? And the building's architecture would work. On one side of the street, on the other side, you got a bunch of these like suburban houses with people standing outside, normal looking people, in like shorts, watering lawns. It's bizarre, frankly. It's actually kind of frightening. And as you make your way across the tracks, one of these guys, a man with shorts that are way too short, we're talking like gym coach. Please, gym coach shorts. Please don't raise your, please don't raise your leg kind of gym coach shorts. And a polo shirt and a pipe in his mouth. He's got the socks with the garters. He's watering the lawn with in his penny loafers. Looks at you and
socks in the garters.
yeah, oh yeah. And he waves. He goes,
Oh,
"Hey, hey there! Welcome to the neighborhood."
Not looking for any trouble today, pal.
Well, I don't have any trouble to give you. Not here on the right side of the tracks. Are you looking for something?
Just Spaderos.
Spaderos? Oh, I love their pasta and meatballs. It's to die for. Say, do you need some directions? I have a map inside the house.
Never let them take you to a station. No, I may be able to manage.
Are you sure about that? You could meet the wife and kids. We have some fresh-made lemonade inside. Cool and refreshing.
Try to hold back the vomit at set offer. I'll pass.
He kind of like squints. The camera kind of zooms in on his eyes, squinting. And he's like, well, if you say so. Duck?
Yeah, man.
Kind of like nods slowly. Say, duck. Do you like golf?
Yeah, I mean, I find that a 7-iron really gets you a point across in a bar fight. I can take it or leave it.
No, continue. What does a 7-iron get you?
Mostly the other person carted off to the nearest clinic or hospital.
You cut out a little bit there at the end.
I said, mostly the other person getting carted off to the nearest clinic or hospital. Org.
Ain't that the truth? You know, I happen to have my 9-iron here if you'd like to play around.
My club's with the caddy, and I reach into my coat for my bent off piece of pipe.
Honey, I'll be in for and he just like looks over, she's like, honey, I'll be in for lunch shortly. I think we're having duck tonight. And he looks back at you and then unhinges his jaw. And
oh fuck, okay.
Yeah, oh yeah. He unhinges it. We're dipping into some combat now. He unhinges his jaw, reaches down into his own mouth with his arm, right? Like reaches in deep, seems to grab hold of something and begins to simultaneously regurgitate and pull out a 9-iron covered in just the slimiest, goopiest, most mucusy spit you've ever seen. Glistening in the sunlight of this horrible suburban neighborhood on the right side of the tracks. And so now we're going to go into initiative.
All right.
If this game has an initiative system. Let's see here. The combat system.
Combat wasn't important, so I didn't read the combat rule.
Exactly. One of the joys of HōL is betraying your players. It's actually a responsibility of the HōL Meister to betray your players at every possible opportunity. Everyone, including the HōL Meister, determines initiative by rolling a d6 and adding it to their feats stat. So let's roll our d6s, shall we?
Indeed.
Look at that, a 4. Added to a feats of 5.
Plus 7.
Ooh.
So that's 12.
All right, I got a 9.
Again.
You do keep rolling 12s, I've noticed. Fortunately, this is just...
I don't know how the fuck it keeps happening.
Oh, wait! This is so relevant, though, my friend. All right, so we've rolled our d6s and added it to our feat stats. I got a 9, you got a 12. The highest goes first, and so on. If someone rolls a total of 12 or higher...
Fuck off. ...
what do you think happens?
Nothing good.
They get an extra action on their turn.
Something good.
This roll may be removed by the Holmeister, of course. If I choose, but I'm not going to. I'm going to let you have that extra action. So you get 2 actions this turn. And so you will state your intent. That is how we roll now. The attacker describes what he will attempt to do that turn, and the defender chooses whether he will dodge or parry. So what are you going to try to do? With your first
what I'm
action?
going to try and do is I have my piece of pipe banished their shift weapon device, and I would like to pummel him with the assistance of a large object.
Okay. Let's assign some quick weapon stats to that pole there. Let's see here. It's a pipe, so I'm gonna say it's. Let's see if there is a pipe. There might actually already be a pipe on one of the pre-made character sheets here. Equip stuff. Robes, inertia rod of correction and enticement. We'll give it an anguish of 10, which I think will be pretty fair. And let's see here, damage. Applied damage. Everything has so an anguish of 10 and a damage of 5. So, what does anguish do? Anguish. So you're gonna swing?
Yes, I'd like to swing with it.
All right. So to attack. The attacker rolls on the combat chart, subtracting the target's feat stat, which is, in this case, 5. Combat chart. Looks a lot like the other chart. Roll 2d6 for me.
Have the book open. Sure thing. Well, I got an 11 on the 2d6.
Damn.
Plus, what do I add?
You add the appropriate stat and skill.
So that would be...
in this case, yep.
Pummel with the assistance of a large object. That is 11 plus 7.
Nice.
That is an 18.
An 8? Jesus. Okay.
Well, I have 3 meat and 4 pummel with the assistance of a large object.
Man, duck meat is good meat. Yeah, you got a
I
nice...
didn't think it would be that swingy. Yeah, I didn't think it was add the stat and the skill.
Oh yeah, it's stat and skill. So you got an 18. Oh, it's too bad you didn't roll another 12. A natural 12. So at an 18, success! Yippee! You god, according to the chart. That is your result. So now we will apply damage. With an anguish of 10. This is the writers punishing me for, there we go, 10. Oh, we have actually a chart of equivalencies here. So the anguish is the amount of pain that is caused by the attack. This is one of the very few role-playing games where damage and pain are defined separately.
Yeah, that's weird, kind of.
Yeah, and so with an anguish of 10, you are inflicting an amount of pain equal to inhaling fiberglass, which sounds unpleasant.
It does. I feel like probably could have gone for something a little more relatable, I guess.
Yeah. You know, but we do have some other more relatable numbers here that we could always change it to, like dropping a cinder block on your foot at anguish 6, or being caught in the gears of a Ferris wheel at anguish 15.
Okay.
Anguish 20, of course, is unprotected re-entry into the atmosphere.
Naturally, yeah.
Naturally, yeah. Just the most ultimate, the most ultimate of all possible pains. All right, so that's how much it hurts. And as far as I can tell from their chicken scratch, because this whole book is handwritten, that's really all anguish does. Let's see here. We call them something. How about damage levels? Yeah, damage levels are listed under the damage multiplier chart a few pages back. So to figure damage, subtract the defender's total armor, which is 0, from the weapon's anguish factor, which is 10. Forget any bonuses gained from the combat chart. Find the result along the top of the damage multiplier chart. God damn these sons of bitches. All right.
Yeah, this is a 90s RPG.
This is a 90s RPG spoofing 90s RPGs. Yeah. They want us to suffer. Subtract, find it along the top of the damage multiplier chart, then roll a d6 for intensity and find the result along the side of the chart. Okay, roll me a d6.
Sure. How the fuck did I roll 12 on a d6? I'm kidding, it's 3.
It's a 3? All right, that's times 3, so that's gonna be... Damn, that's, Then the damage... Jesus Christ. Okay. Roll a d6 for intensity, find the result alongside a chart. That is times 3. Cross-index the 2, and the number is the damage multiplier. Take the damage rating of the weapon and multiply it by this number, so 5. So 15. The result is the number of damage levels taken. Once a total of 17 has been reached, the character rolls a meat test on the general chart. Once 20 is reached, he's taken the big dirt nap. So he is 2 levels away from having to roll meat on the general chart at a bogusly difficult level. Or he goes unconscious. And you have one more action.
I do.
So first describe this one. First describe your first action. Like, role play it out. Tell me what happens here as this man is holding aloft his gleaming, mucusy, drippy 9-iron in the sun.
I run at him with, like, my hand in a coat, brandish my rusty pipe, and just bring it up into, like, right underneath his jaw.
Ooh. Yeah, and as that pipe, as that handrail, that safety rail swings up, there's nothing safe about what happens next. His jaw is already still kind of unhinged. It was in the process of rehinging itself, and it rehinges crooked, and like 6 teeth go flying into that same afternoon sun, sparkling as they go in slow motion. What's your next action?
Having raised the bar, I would now like to very rapidly lower it onto his cranium.
That's what we do here. We raise the bar and then we lower it. All right. Give me another attack roll, which, in case you've forgotten, is 2d6. Plus your relevant ability and skill.
There's a 9 plus 7. That is a 15. No, wait. Sorry, 16.
A 16 on the combat chart is another success. Yippee, you got you. So we're gonna do another, so give me another d6 roll so we can see what that damage multiplier is gonna be.
That's a 4.
That's a 4? Holy shit. That's another times 3. That's another 15 points of damage. So you describe how this attack just kills this man. Just kills him. Just describe it. Get as gory as you want to be. Be as detailed as you like.
As I imagine, like, the first swing is getting up, like, as he is getting the golf club out of his jaw.
Mm-hmm.
And then it, like, closes and it's stuck. And the second one brings his head down and through the golf club.
Ooh! All right. Yeah, you manage with the force of the downward stroke to close his to just bring his head down on top of that golf club's handle, and it breaks through the other side. Little bone shards glistening with red blood and gray matter. Again, slow motion flying through the air in the nice afternoon sun of the right side of the tracks. And because that golf club is positioned the way it is, he can't completely collapse. He just kind of falls to his knees. As he's going, you just hear him gurgle out, just like, which might be dying man for birdie or some other golf term for doing it in 2 swings. Who knows? But he is dead. He is extremely dead. And you notice in the window of the house, a woman with her hair, very properly made, looking at you through the open windows in her house dress. It's very nice and fitted. Her makeup is immaculate. She's got a small child next to her, a daughter with similarly immaculate hair, probably about 9 years old, dressed up like one of those child beauty pageant kids. And they're both staring at you through the window. The mother bites her lip.
I take the golf club out of the guy's head. I assume I can do that. I assume it's grabbable.
Yep.
And I say, tell Frank thank you. Give my regards to Frank for letting me borrow the club. I'll give it back when I'm done with it. And I walk away.
Okay. How fast you walking away?
It's speed walking.
I just
speed walk away. Don't make eye contact. Hat over my eyes.
Okay, so you now have a 9-iron. A cannibal's 9-iron.
Well, it's not a cannibal if he's a human. I'm a dog.
Trust me. He's got a diverse appetite.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's a creature and I'm a creature. So.
Yeah. This is an Anguish 14 damage 5 weapon. All right.
All right.
This was actually good combat music. I'm glad. Back to line.
I can't hear your thank you. I don't know why it's not coming through on my end.
Really?
I mean, well, for one, I just can't hear.
Do you have it muted?
I might have Kenki muted. Hang on. I do.
Dang.
All right.
Okay, so you speed walk down the street. Generic buildings on one side, generic suburban houses on the other side. Until finally, you see it to the left of you in this at a street corner as you come to an intersection of Church Avenue and State Way, aka
for those who
yeah, you're welcome.
You're such a piece of shit. Fuck you.
The intersection of what? Say it, Zosh.
The intersection of church and state.
That's right. At the intersection of church and state, to the left of you, in that amongst those generic taupe buildings. Also, hi, Mayu. You see an Italian restaurant, or at least the sign says it's an Italian restaurant. Spadero's.
And here it was, Spadero. It looked exactly like I imagined it. A building called Spadero.
Say that again, you broke up a little bit.
And finally it was here, Spaderos. It looked exactly like how I imagined it. A building called Spadero.
A building called Spadero, dude. For some reason, the audio doesn't want to play nice when you say that. It's the audio gods interfering with us. But
wow, I love it whenever the audio gods mess up my stupid jokes.
Right? I don't know what's up with the audio gods, why they like that, but that's how they be. That's how they be sometimes. It's probably because, honestly, it's Discord. It's probably because we're on separate sides of the country, so we're
very likely, yeah,
on different rates, different ping rates or whatever. But you make your way to Spadero's. There's a little menu outside, but you see the big glass walls like a lot of these kinds of generic buildings have. And inside you see a bunch of interesting figures. People you wouldn't expect to see at an Italian restaurant on the right side of the tracks. Of course, you see some anthropomorphic brick walls. Quite literally, brick walls in suits, right? All sort of sitting around a table, eating pasta. And you also see at another table the local police from the anthropomorphic ghetto on the wrong side of the tracks. All pigs, of course. There's about 40 of them around a banquet table. 40 wild cops. Yep, just going to town on their pasta. And standing there amidst them is the owner. What you assume is the owner anyway. A man with an apron and a big curly black mustache glued to his robot body, which seems to have been made from various pieces of junk. No sign through the window of any woman made from 3 washtums stacked on top of each other, of course. What you do, Dick?
Right, I will approach the owner.
Okay. Let me see here. Whoops. I forgot to fill this part in here. Let me fill in the little set color. Bam, there we go. That's filled in. So as you approach the owner, he turns and faces you and says, "Welcome to Spadero's," in just the worst fake accent you've ever seen. And you can see in this sort of the television head of this robot, that it's actually sort of like the screen is being used as the window for like a cockpit. And inside of the television piloting this robot body is a tiny spider.
And now I know why it's called Spaderos. I thought for a second you were going to say that my commercial was on.
Oh, yeah. Suddenly on the restaurant TV, he's Guy, and he's your private eye.
Oh, God, turn it off.
Nobody does danger or chases a stranger for 200 globules an hour. Like Guy, your private eye. How many will be dining it today? The spider looks at you and says,
just the one. But, yeah, just for right now.
Just at the one for right now. He leans in, he's like,
yeah.
This isn't like some kind of date situation where you're just gonna sit there waiting all night looking sad, not eating or ordering anything, are you?
Hey, I haven't done that since last week, okay?
He leans back. Wonderful. You can take any seat that you like. Most of them, of course, are taken up by the brick wall mobsters and the 40 wild cops.
I will take whatever seat I can get right now.
There is an open 2-chair table by the restrooms.
Ah, perfect.
Mm-hmm. You're sharing.
Everyone's
you're only
favorite place to sit in a restroom.
Yeah.
A restaurant.
Right, by the restroom, exactly. You take a seat, and a small fly seems to be sitting on the other chair opposite you. It winks.
I wink back, I guess.
Oh, yeah. It flies away. Note made. Well done, you. You've accomplished something incredible, and you may never know what you've accomplished by winking at that fly.
Oh,
but
no.
The butterfly effect is real. The robot, piloted by a spider, walks over, puts a menu down on the table. He's like, "What would you like? We got pasta." And the menu, of course, in large letters just says pasta.
Yeah, give me the pasta, and how's the wine?
Why are you trying to order a drink? Eh?
All right, that was pretty good.
Thank you. The wine is 50 globules a bottle. It's pretty good, though. We just got it from off a world. They dumped a whole bunch of it. I think it's vinegar, but who knows?
Yeah, if it says red wine on the bottle, I'm the same, I find.
You got it. He goes off to the kitchen. The brick wall mobsters and 40 wild cops are all looking at you suspiciously. You're used to this kind of behavior from both demographics. The police aren't terribly fond of private ducks, and the mob, of course, isn't fond of anyone aligned with the law. Except for the 40 wild cops who are obviously crooked.
Naturally.
One of the 40 wild cops, cop number 5, gets up, sort of stands up, pushes his chair out. As he stands, his belly kind of jiggles, bounces up and down a little bit. With each step as he walks towards you, his tusks glistening in the restaurant light. What brings you here, Dick?
Well, my feet, primarily. But, can a guy stop in for some lunch?
You hear that, guys? His feet. He forces a fake laugh at his, he kind of grabs his belly by his hands and jiggles it. No, really. What are you doing here? It's not every day a private dick shows up on the right side of the tracks.
I look around and say, all right, look, I'm just working a case here. Nothing major, but, stopping for lunch.
Working a case, huh? He's working a case, boys. The brick wall mobsters
the concept of that is foreign to you.
It's like he turns and looks at you and is like, as the brick wall mobsters begin to look a little uncomfortable at the mention of a case, he goes, "What do you mean by that? You trying to imply that we don't work?"
I mean, I'm sure you work very hard at, writing tickets, playing Candy Crush in your cruises, and kicking people while they're down.
He puts his hands on your desk, on your table, like leans in and goes, very conspiratorial, like, "Who told you about the candy crushing?" Listen,
I mean,
that candy had it coming. Do you have it coming, Duck?
okay, so this is the second time someone's referred to me by species in like the last, I look at my broken watch, 0 minutes, and are you gonna unhinge your jaw and try and hit me with a 9-iron too?
What? No.
What?
Ain't that your name? Duck? Private Dick?
No, it's Dick Privately Private.
Dick Privately Private Duck?
Yeah.
What kind of Mickey
I hand him my
Mouse?
business card that says Duck Privately Private Dick, but I have scrawled over the Dick and Duck part to correct it the way I want it to be.
Nice. Looks, he's like, "What kind of Mickey?" And then the other cops are like, "Don't say that name." He's like, "Oh, right. Jeez."
Don't you go mentioning my old boss, all right?
Your old boss? You work for the mouse? He kind of takes 3 steps back.
Hey, fellas, look. Boss, all right? Ricky Rat up there got a little too pissy. I was saying too many fuck words on Ricky Rat's treehouse, and so I wound up down here.
I see. So what you're saying is you don't work for the mouse, but if we brought you to the mouse, the other 40 wild cops all start standing up. There might be a payday.
How did you get any of that from that? I what?
Wild leap of logic, isn't it? Well.
Absolutely.
He looks back at the other pigs. It looks like there's more than pasta on the menu now. And then the robot piloted by a spider sticks his head out of the kitchen. He's like, "No, there's still only pasta on the menu." And then comes back in to the kitchen. They all start pulling out their pistols. Shouldn't be too difficult to take down one Dick, or Duck, or Dick Duck, or Duck Dick guy.
Honestly, either's fine. I mean, whatever you know, I mean, name, profession, species. I mean, you're good either way. That's what I'm trying to convey.
You know what, boys? Let's take down this corkscrew, huh? All right, and we're gonna have another combat now. Once I change the music and use the restroom real quick. So we're actually gonna have a quick little, just a tiny little BRB that has absolutely nothing to do with this game because I prepared a BRB for the other game. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine. We'll be right back.
It's a landfill. We are using our refuse.
Exactly.
And, there we go. Yeah.
Exactly. So everybody enjoy this BRB screen. We'll be right back. Warhammer themed BRB screen. Isn't that crazy? What a weird thing to have.
Crazy.
What a weird thing to have.
Indeed. Why would we do that? You know,
Why?
that's like why have that prep tonight of all nights?
I don't know.
Vague post.
That's
Are we live? Can I hear this?
I don't know. Are any of our friends in the chat tonight other than mine? Who knows? Maybe. Well, let's get the combat music going. Yet again. Okay. I'm treating the 40 wild cops as one bad guy with a bunch of health levels.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Yes. So basically, this guy can take the 40 wild cops can die, quote unquote, 4 times. Well, 6 times. 6 times. And, yeah. 5 times. That's divisible. 40's divisible by 5, not 6. 5 times. So each quote-unquote death will represent the defeat of 5 of the 40 wild cops. So, roll for me your initiative.
2d6 again, right?
Let's have a quick look again. I believe the initiative is, once again, 1d6. And add it to your feats stat.
That is a 6 plus 7.
Damn.
7 is 9.
What'd you roll?
I got a 6 plus 7. That is a 13.
13. God damn, you rolled a 12 or higher again, which means you get another extra action on your turn. And the 40 wild cops, I rolled a 4, and they're cops, so their feats ain't that big. They got an 8. So, as they all start to pull their guns, what you gonna do?
All right. Oh shit. Okay. Ugh, there's part of me that wants to pummel them with the assistance of a large object.
Mm-hmm.
But also, there are 40 of them.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true.
I have a feeling those brick mobsters are probably not gonna wind up on my side. Also, thank you, Mai, for saying 6-7 in the chat, and then 6-7 a bunch of times.
6-7. Go gadget brick. Yep.
Alternatively, let's you know what? I'm gonna sprint past them into the kitchen.
Oh. Okay. They're going to let's see. So attack. So you're not attacking. So let's see here. He will dodge or parry if the attack. So yeah, they don't really get to do a response. So yeah, so you sprint toward the kitchen. And we'll just say descriptively, they kind of do a little bit of shooting, but none of the bullets hit you. You know, pow, 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 a little bang, 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 bang into the walls. And you push your way through the kitchen doors, which are those nice swingy kitchen doors. And you see the robot piloted by the spider, just shoving Wastums into a sort of like a noodle grinder. Like it's like a noodle grinder basically. It's like a meat grinder, but it's kind of squeezing out the Wastums into noodles as they go. Right. Okay. And he goes, Hey, you're not allowed back here. And then he goes, you're not allowed back here. What's your next action?
No time for that. I'm gonna die if I'm not back here. What else is in the kitchen besides the noodle grinder and the, I assume, pile of wastums?
Pile of wastums. There's pots of pasta sauce going, which appear to have little wastum arms sticking out of them. As I said before, primary food source on HōL is the wastum. A bunch of knives, bunch of kitchen knives, pots and pans, kitchen stuff. Kitchen stuff.
Is there a deep fryer?
There is.
Is there an ice machine?
Absolutely.
All right. I take one of the pots.
Sorry, nice. What about a kitchen gun?
Kitchen gun.
You know. No, there's no kitchen gun here, unfortunately. This is a cheap restaurant. The wastums go in alive. So what is it you do?
All right. How big are these pots?
Various sizes. You got your soup pots, your big healthy soup pots that like a kid could use as a helmet. And then you've got your big like 12 quart like massive pots as well.
All right. Okay. I take one of the big 12 quart massive pots and I just stick it under the ice machine and start filling it.
Filling it with ice?
Yep.
Oh. Okay, yeah. It's your action. We're going to say it fills up with ice. Which brings us to the 40 wild cops. Who are all trying to squeeze their way through. The kitchen door gets pushed open real loud, and they all start squeezing their way through. And they're going to be shooting. Let me see here. Since they're going to be shooting, you get a choice. You can dodge, now that you have your pot full of ice, or you can parry. If you dodge, you agree to skip your next turn. And if you are forced to dodge again next round, the missed turns are not cumulative. Then you roll 2 dice and add the result to your feats. That total serves as a negative modifier to their attack. Snake Eyes on the dodge roll means you're automatically hit. Boxcar means you get to roll again and add it. If you choose to parry, attacks may be parried by any melee weapon you have a skill for. Roll on the general chart, which is the general chart that we have in the PDF. Adding your feats or meat and the skill level. Subtract the attacker's skill level and feats or meat. And success means the attack is parried. So basically, you can either do a roll that will be a negative modifier to their roll, or you can do a roll which will have their stats as a negative modifier in order to sort of parry the attack.
Ooh, shit. Okay.
And there's a lovely little note in the book here from the game devs that says, I know that sounds complicated, but don't worry. Once you start playing, you'll see that it really is complicated.
Thank you, Black Dog Games. I fucking hate you.
So dodge or parry.
So you said if I dodge, I skip my next turn.
Yeah.
But then if I
Don't
dodge
get
again, do I skip the turn after that?
Basically, yeah, like if you're forced to dodge the next round, right? Basically they attack you. You still get the chance to dodge. You don't take a proactive action, but you can still react with a dodge or a parry in your next action.
Okay.
So if you dodge again, it's not like you then miss the next 2 turns. That action's already been missed. You'll miss the next turn, but it won't be cumulative.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, if you dodge on round A, you lose your proactive action on round B. But if in round B you have to dodge, you only lose your action for round C. You don't have to lose your action for C and D.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'll try a parry then.
Okay. Roll 2d6 and add your feats or meat and whatever skill you feel applies to your parry. If a skill applies to your parry.
The only thing I'd have for feet where that would apply is probably that Psych Bruce Lee shit.
Yeah. That works.
All right, then I will roll feet.
Okay. I can immediately see a parry with that Psycho Bruce Lee shit against the guns and the pigs who are stuck in the doorway. Because these are swinging doors that swing inward. Just a suggestion from your friendly Homemeister.
All right, so I got a 9 plus 7 and 2, so that winds up being a 9 plus 9, so that's an 18.
Hell yeah, okay. That is gonna be a success. Let me just double check the general chart to see if there's a degree of success. The all-encompassing general chart that can be applied to everything. Success. Okay, nothing special, but just success. All right.
All right.
We subtract the subtract the attacker's skill level and their feats or meat. So you said it was an 18.
Yes, I got an 18.
Okay, their feats. Because they are shooting, so that's gonna be a 4 plus that, so 4. So that's gonna be, yeah. You still succeed. Well done. So what do you do? How do you parry this attack? What are you doing to them? Describe your parry.
All right, so I'm imagining that well, I don't use a weapon I have on me.
Right.
I kind of grab a spatula off the wall and just sort of start pinging back bullets, in a way that makes absolutely no realistic sense whatsoever. But this spatula is just shredded by rounds, so I can't use it as an actual weapon later.
Okay. Yeah, on HōL, bullets are slow. Bullets are slow on HōL. Yeah, you ping pong. You just start ping ponging the bullets back at them. You don't hit any of them with it, but the bullets all hit the wall. And as you do this, the spider in the man suit goes, "Hey, that's pretty good." Which will bring us to the next round. Which roll initiative again.
That's a 2.
Oh, that's
plus feet.
Plus feet.
Is a 9 then.
A 9? Okay. And I will roll. That's a 3. Plus their feet. That's a 7. So I guess you're still going first, but you don't get that extra action this turn.
All right, I'm fine with that.
Zosh is the filthy casual. He did, in fact, parry that, yeah. Never beats the... Stop. Hi, Austin.
All right. I take the big pot of ice up to the deep fryer.
Yeah.
And I say, hey, pigs, I hope you don't... No, wait, that's not it. Pork rinds, no. Time to make some bacon. It's the best I got, and I dump the ice into the deep fryer.
Okay, as you do as you say that,
if I can,
the spider in the robot's like, "No, that's pretty good," and if you can.
Oh, and then get if I can, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll turn radios into howitzers. That'll be your attack roll for this one.
I have pretty good gray matter, so I should be all right, hopefully. Okay, I got a 6 on the roll, but I have an 8 in gray matter and a 5 in turn radios into howitzers.
Yep.
So in total, that is 6 plus 1, that's 11. That is a 19 in total, I think?
Okay. Ooh, actually. Tornadoes and hounds. I'm looking at your stats here. Cause hellish agony. This might actually be cause hellish agony. I will let you roll gray matter plus cause hellish agony. So that would be a total of 10 plus your roll.
Okay, then that would make it a 16.
A 16? Okay, now let's consult the combat chart. The combat chart. 16 is a success.
Is a 16 if we're keeping my original result of which I see no reason not to.
Yeah. No, I agree. 16 is success. You got you. Yippee. Yahoo! Cause hellish agony. So, let's see here. I think there's actually a description of cause hellish agony in here somewhere. Skills, meat skills. Cause hellish agony, use of for the express purpose of causing another small hard objects, ice cubes, why not? Another being as much pain as possible. Because you get off on it. Successful use of this with successful use of this skill, target can take no actions due to immense pain. Unless they happen to be a masochist. These guys are not masochists. So, they will not take damage. But, I presume the ice in the fryer triggers an explosion of hot oil. Is that right?
Yes, that's what I'm happens?
Doing. Yeah. So the oil, the fryer, which is quite large, just starts. It just goes and it spews hot oil. It starts spewing hot oil everywhere, and it's conveniently next to the door. And so the pigs are just getting, the pig cops are just getting this hot oil all over their faces. You can smell the sizzling pig flesh as they start like screaming like wee wee, and some of it gets on the spider in the robot suit. And he's like, oh no! And he's like, oh wait, I'm made of metal. It's fine. And they will not be able to take any actions. So they're essentially pulled out of this combat. What do you do next? It's this now as we don't really need any initiative at the moment because 1, they are unable to act, and 2, they're blocking the door. So even if those brick wall mobsters wanted to get involved, they can't.
Oh man, is there any other way out of the kitchen, or is it just basically a dead end back here?
I don't know. Is there? You could ask you could either ask the Incredible Man Spider there, or you could give me a little roll on what is it, third and first person narration, and if you succeed your third first person narration roll, you could narrate a way out.
All right, yeah, I should do that. I'll give a narration before I roll, and then solve it after I do.
All right.
Frantically, I looked around. It seemed that this was a dead end and that my goose, or duck, was finally cooked. When finally I saw it, my one and only salvation. This is probably going to be an inordinately high roll because, again, I didn't really check the skills and stuff, and I got a 10, and my mouth is 9, so that's 19, right. And my third and first person narration is an 11. So that's a result of, I think, 30?
26. Unbelievably successful. Roll me a d6.
Oh boy. That is a 4.
A 4? So you rolled a 30.
Yeah.
So that's 12. Okay, so you also get something. We're going to introduce a lovely little mechanic now. You get a Grace of God point added to the Grace of God pool. The Grace of God point it's very similar to the fate points of Imperium Maledictum and similar mechanics found in RPGs. Basically, at any point in the game, you can say the words, praise Jesus, and I am obligated to somehow save you from that situation.
Okay.
In a spectacular fashion. That said, if you run out of Grace of God points and forget and use one, the opposite happens. So keep that in mind.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I looked around and I saw my... Oh, gone. Sorry,
no, keep going. No, keep going.
Thinking my goose or duck was finally cooked until I looked around and saw it. My salvation, a door that was clearly drawn on an animation cell and not the background.
And there it is. Do you make a break for it?
Yeah, I'd make a break for it.
Okay, you run through the door and bam, outside. As you change rooms again. As you get outside, you hear the spider in the robot suit, who we will name as the incredible, well, the mundane man spider. He's a recurring character. He's like, you haven't even paid yet. Ah, phooey. And then you are outside with the dumpsters. And interestingly, as you catch your breath, you see from one of these dumpsters, dangling there as if it had been thrown out, a blue dress, slinky and kind of stretched out.
There was a blue dress from the missing wasdom. I grabbed it, hoping that it would lead me to the next clue.
And lead you to the next clue. It does. Because as you pull out the blue dress, you see upon it a stain. A familiar stain. Stain of, well, eyeball juice.
Could it have been my accomplice had somehow beaten me to the scene of the crime? A potential crime? A dumpster?
Sure enough, you see eyeball goo, right, is on this dress, and sticking out of another dumpster is a tiny fedora, just the brim of a tiny fedora.
I walk over to the fedora and pick it up.
Yeah, and it is Guy the Private Eye's fedora, covered in eyeball juice, with a bullet through the crown.
My partner, his hat, but no sign of him, and a lead slug right through it. Could Guy have finally had something bad happen to his eyes that I don't know an idiom or saying for?
Sorry. Hold on. Okay. Guy the Private Eye is most definitely dead. Which are words that cross your mind just before they're said by the man spider, who's now sort of outside in the alleyway with you. He's like, Guy the Private Eye is most definitely dead.
You. What do you know about this? Are you the one that winked my friend out of existence? Ah, there it is.
He reaches up and pulls off the fake mustache. As if he's doing some sort of, and the apron, as if he's giving some sort of grand reveal, but you're unclear as to what identity he's revealing. Behold!
You're a nudist?
He looks at, no, you fool! You absolute buffoon. It is I! Duck. Right, you loon? Are you a loon?
I'll allow it. That's good enough. Yeah.
All right. Good. Anyway, I am the... Where was I? Shoot, I had a whole speech for this.
Oh, take your time. I mean, if you need, to get it back, I can...
Yeah, I may need a minute.
Yeah.
Just hold on.
Yeah, you're good.
Hold on. He like leans against the wall and he's like, came outside. I said that. I was dead. He said the clever, witty thing about winking, getting winked out.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. And that's right. And then I pulled off the mustache and right. It is I, the mundane man spider, the spider with all the powers of a man. That's right. I presume you've heard of me.
My God. The main man spider. I have heard of you a few seconds ago.
I knew it. Well, you're in luck. Because I happen to know exactly what happened to Guy the Private Eye. He nods.
Where is he, you utter mundane arachnid?
He is, as he nods sort of self-satisfactorily to himself, dead. Obviously. As you can see, my powers of observation are equivalent to those of a man. Pretty impressive for a spider, don't you think?
Yes, impressive for a spider, but routine for a guy.
Exactly. Finally, he sort of like clutches his hands in the ears. Someone who gets me. Oh, you'll be the perfect nemesis. Just after I tell you who killed Guy, the Private Eye. I bet you'd like to know, wouldn't you?
I really would, yes. Tell me, you banal fiend.
What is it you would give me to know who killed Guy, the Private Eye?
I mean, we can haggle. What are you really on the market for?
I mean, well...
I have a pipe. I have this 9-iron somebody pulled out of his jaw. It was actually horrifying.
That's... Well, I have been building a collection of golf clubs because, obviously one of the powers of a man is golfing, and I just haven't had a complete set.
Of course. Yeah.
I'd be willing to tell you in exchange for the 9-iron. Yeah, I think that would be fair.
I mean, yeah. You want to like see if it's sized for you, make sure it's good. Feels good.
And that's a good idea.
Yeah. If you don't want it, it's not like balanced for you. I can take it back. See if I can find something else for you.
Honestly, I think I'd just rather, even if I'm a mediocre golfer, I think it'd be fine because most men are mediocre golfers, right? After all.
I mean, honestly, hey, it's about getting out there, doing what you want. I mean, you don't need to be, leopard forest on your first swing. Yeah,
that is exactly right. That is exactly right. Anyway, he takes the golf club and he sort of gives the 9-iron a few swings. He's like, no, that feels pretty good. That feels pretty good.
All right.
It's a little disgusting, but it'll polish up fine. And
that'll wipe right off, I assume, all the gore and mucus.
Yeah. I mean, I can put it in the sauce probably. That's some zest. I don't know. Maybe get a second menu item, but Anyway, very well. Now that we've had our bargain, I will tell you what happened. Who killed Guy? Jeez, is he I the private guy or Guy the private eye?
No, he's Guy the private. Did he say he was a private eye? If he didn't, that's a.
I saw the commercial.
We'll say. Okay, it was Guy the private eye. All right.
Okay, yeah, very catchy.
Oh, how did I never get that?
I mean, to be fair, rhymes are difficult. Anyway, the person who killed... He pauses for a second. Guy, the private eye, right, is none other than... And then, bang! A gunshot rings out. Blowing a hole right through the robot man.
Did it hit the spider?
No, it didn't hit the spider, but the robot man collapses and to his knees and starts getting kind of static. He's like, I've been shot. Anyway, the man who killed, and then his audio system just completely cuts out.
Pedipalped foe.
His audio system completely cuts. And you can see the little spider inside just like railing. He just like hits the little dashboard with one of his little spider legs, pissed off.
Ah, well, shit. Now I feel kind of bad for him.
He looks up at you, just is like kind of, his other little legs go up like, I don't know what to do. As if to say like, I can't talk without my audio.
I shrunk back at him too.
Yeah. He's like, he just starts trying to like, you can see he kind of disappears deep into the robot body to try and repair things, but it's gonna be a while. You with your experience turning radios into howitzers and repairing toasters and stuff, can tell this is probably a repair of several days for a spider of his size.
Okay. All right. I will look at the direction of the gunshot then, because I assume that, I don't know, they're probably still there.
Yeah. You see the gleam of a rifle on top of a building, just as it gets pulled down by an unseen figure, a silhouette against the sun.
Well, I really want to make a joke, but I don't want to change anything for the building. If you have anything planned for it,
Make the joke.
My God, they shot him from the right side of the Trex book depository.
They sure did.
Right. Well, I have a scrap address, a incapacitated nemesis? Not quite sure what we are at this point.
Yeah.
A dead partner and a building with a rifle on it. To the building with a rifle on it. The book depository.
To the book depository. It's a tall building. Hold on, I need to get more ice. We're gonna take another quick break.
Yeah.
I go get some ice cubes. We'll be right back. Enjoy the dulcet BRB music of our Imperium Maledictum campaign again.
Oh,
We're back. Wow, that's some crazy chanting.
We're back.
Nemesis to lover pipeline enter. Not the Incredible Man Spider who gained all. Incredible Man Spider who was stepped on by a radioactive man, thus gaining all the powers of a man. He is a good nemesis. It's true. All right. I'm back. I've poured myself some Monster, and you are...
He is a good nemesis.
Right? He can pilot giant robots. It's one of the powers of a man.
That is, yeah.
Yeah. He can also do taxes. Run restaurants, all kinds of man stuff. Failing restaurants, of course. He also once dabbled in a game store, but it went under real fast.
Oh, that's unfortunate for him.
Yeah, I know. It happens more often than you think, though.
Yeah, I mean, like, independent business and, like, starting your own thing, kind of cutthroat.
Yeah.
No.
Yep. Sure is. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. Okay. So, the book... Okay, so we're gonna fill in, why are these all, like, blocked together? No, there we go.
I'm not sure if I missed a lead, but I feel like, you know, the place where my nemesis just got shot is a pretty good place to go check out.
I think you're right. Yeah, no. Missed a lead as if we aren't completely improvising this entire story because no one was prepared for this game tonight because we didn't think this game would exist.
Yeah, it's fucking 2 hours of vamping. I hope you guys enjoy that.
Future episodes of the adventures of Dick Privately. Private Duck, maybe more structured. Okay. So yeah, you go to the. You are at the foot of the. You are at the foot of the book depository. Again, another one of these sort of generic taupe buildings on the right side of the tracks. How are you planning to get up there?
Oh, man. Well, I don't know, I assume there's a front door.
There certainly is a front door.
Let's open the front door.
All right, you open the front door, and this is the moment when I actually have to look up what the fuck a book depository is.
You know what? I actually realized I have no clue either.
Yeah.
I just remember the Texas Book Depository.
Which is exactly what got pulled up on Wikipedia. Yeah. The Texas Book Depository, later known as the Dallas County Administration Building, and now the 6th floor museum. Oswald shot Kennedy from the 6th floor. Okay. But what is it? A warehouse for storing school textbooks and other related materials. Okay, so it's a warehouse. All right.
Huh.
Yeah. And fortunately, because it's a book depository, you've unlocked some HōL lore. So you've accidentally unlocked some real crazy HōL lore. Yeah. Just a moment. Let me pull them up here. As you step inside through the front door, you see a very nice looking little old lady. You know, she's got some gray hair, right? She's graying a little bit, but she's still quite pretty. She's got her hair tied back in a tight bun. She's got some glasses that are, you know, way too highly reflective. So, you know, you never really see her eyes. You just see the color white whenever you look at them. And on either side of her are two bikers. It's the best way to describe them. Space bikers. These guys are massive. If the brick wall mobsters were big, these guys are like just mountains of meat in leather jackets. standing there with their big square jaws, you know, their hideous rotting teeth, massive heads squeezed into those little motorcycle helmets that look like little Kaiser helmets, right?
Yeah.
And they're sitting on motorcycles. They're each sitting on a motorcycle on either side of her as if they're ready to just ride. And on their leather jackets, you see, you've encountered these people before as a private duck. Sorry. As a private duck, you have encountered the Dickens boys before. They are a gang of, they were a motorcycle gang. Once upon a time known for being just a real dangerous sort of people, just really directionless rebels without a cause, who just made trouble for everyone. The only problem was that they had a rivalry that often spilled out into interplanetary war. So there's a lot of them on HōL. And that rivalry, of course, was with another biker gang, a far worser biker gang known as the Sodomy Bikers. So in this rivalry of the Dickens boys and the Sodomy,
they do.
Yeah. So the Dickens boys and the Sodomy Bikers have been at war for quite a long time, until finally, one day, the Sodomy Bikers picked on the wrong librarians. And those librarians, completely unable to defend themselves, but wealthy in exactly the sort of thing that the Dickens boys liked, which is bedtime stories, hired the Dickens boys as their personal protectors. And so the Dickens boys, of course, jumped at the chance to have regular bedtime stories read to them by librarians of varying levels of sex appeal, while also getting to go to war with the Sodomy Bikers, who are still trying to stamp out the librarians in all books in the galaxy, while also engaging in, well, you know, it's in the name. It's in the name.
Biking.
Biking, exactly. Just biking. Yeah. Games aren't real. I love HōL lore. Thank you, man. Yeah. So the bikers look at you, each one smoking a stogie, and the little librarian looks at you and she says, "Can I help you?"
Yeah. How do I get to your roof?
Why would you want to go up to the roof?
Someone shot my nemesis from the roof of your building.
Again?
Dominic, I take it.
It's the neighborhood. It's been happening a lot lately.
Ugh, right side of the tracks, and I shake my head.
Unfortunately, the stairwell is very, well, the stairwell is currently under repair, and it's the only way up. The mechanic we hired, well, people were having difficulties with taking the stairs. They were falling down a lot, and so we thought we would install a gravity load lightning system. But it's been on the fritz, so I wouldn't recommend trying to go to the roof. Unless it's very important.
I mean, okay, so the guy on the roof shot my nemesis as he was about to reveal who killed my partner.
Right, and now your nemesis is
it's pretty
dead?
important to me. Well, yeah, but no, it's okay. So he's the mundane man spider, a spider with all the powers of a man.
The one who was stepped on by a radioactive man, thus gaining all the powers of a man.
Yeah. You've heard of him.
Yeah, he checked out some books at the library once.
Oh. Recently? Or...
No, quite a while ago. Technical manuals on how to build a robot.
Yeah, he has a robot suit. He can talk with that now.
Oh.
And
good
the
for
person
him.
on the roof shot him and took out his vocal cords.
Oh.
Or his vocal capacity. On the robot, not the spider. The spider's fine.
Oh, well that's good. I've heard you can only kill them with fire anyway.
I wouldn't know about that. Presumably. I haven't tried it yet. I mean, it's a whole new Nemesis thing. We were Nemesis for all of like 5 minutes.
Oh. I see. Young rivalry.
I have no real reason to. Yeah.
So, she kind of like leans in a little bit. She's like, so, you don't know yet if this is like a Nemesis situation, like a comic book Nemesis situation, or is this like possibly like an enemies to friends thing, and she starts like leaning in, getting a little bit more like enthusiastic, or is it maybe enemies to, she starts breathing a little heavier.
I mean, I don't hate the guy. I gave him a 9 iron because he wants to get into golfing. I mean, he has all the mundane powers of a man. So things a pretty natural thing that comes to him, I guess.
Right. Of course.
I mean, I would kick him out of bed for eating crackers, though. So that is worth noting.
Bed? Well, far be it for me to stand in the way of.
I think we're putting the cart way before the horse.
I hope you do. And tell me about it. Anyway, far be it for me to get in the way of a good narrative. You can take the stairs if you like. I mean, they're dangerous, but they're not that dangerous. I just, just be sure to tell me how it works out. She starts like twirling her hair a little bit, like the loose strands of hair.
He shivers once more, right side of the tracks.
God, these people are weird. It's right over there.
Keep you posted.
She points you to a stairwell and
try to take the stairs.
All right, you walk past the just stacks of books, just freestanding stacks of books of all kinds. In the 43rd and a half millennia, it's not just the classic literature, right? That's important. It's everything. So there's books. There's trade magazines. There's comic books. There's manga, there's adult magazines, lots of different types of reading material, all stacked high in no particular order. And as you're about to get to the stairwell, you hear a little bit of munching and a little bit of crunching.
Oh, munch and a crunch.
A little munch and a little crunch, yeah.
What is the source of this munching and crunching?
2 worms. Sitting on a book stack. They're munching on the books.
Bookworms.
Bookworms, yeah. And they look at you. Just kind of stare. They nod. Go back to their munching and crunching. You've unlocked another event. All right. The stairwell stands before you.
All right. I've had bad experiences with the
respecting
stairwell
these
already
small
today.
Creatures. Keep respecting all these small creatures.
What am I if not a small creature?
You know what? That's true. All right. Yeah, the door to the stairwell opens. And you can hear the strange hum of the broken gravity decelerator. But it feels like a normal stairwell when you step inside. Again, the steps are a bit narrow. Just like before.
All right. I will keep one hand on the railing.
Uh-huh.
You know what? I'm putting 2 hands on the railing. And I will attempt to ascend these stairs.
Okay, roll feet. with a +2 for having both hands on the railing.
All right, so I have a 7 for feet and rolled a 9, so that is a 16 plus 2. That's an 18.
An 18. Oh, good success. Okay, perfect. So yeah, you gradually make your way up the stairs, and as you ascend, it seems like they're just perfectly good stairs. And then you get to the top, and there is a door to the roof. When you open the door to the roof, you see directly across from the opening the rifle sort of just propped up against the lip, or whatever that lip of a roof is called. I'm sure it has an architectural name.
Oh, absolutely. I cannot tell you what it is, but...
What is the lip on a rooftop called?
The fascia.
There, you know what? Fine.
Or soffit? I don't think that's right.
Probably not.
This is me reading Google AI. I shouldn't say that. It's terrible.
We'll just call it a lip. It's the lip. Yeah, you see the rifle just propped up against there all alone. What do you do?
Well, walk up to the rifle and see if there's anything on the roof that would assist in this investigation.
Okay, let's see here. Ooh, that's a skill. Would like for you to roll gray matter plus light bulb.
This is also going to be an inordinately high roll.
It
because
sure
I have an
is.
8 in gray matter and a 9 in light bulb.
Yep.
Holy shit. Okay, so that's a total roll of 25.
Damn. Okay.
I think it's 25. I rolled an 8, and then plus the 8 from gray matter, that's 16. And light bulb is, 25.
Fantastic. That's very, very good. As you you look at the rifle, and you look down at the ground, and you see two little round, sort of marshmallow-sized footy prints. That have kind of run away from the rifle. And it occurs to you that if this were a situation where the person who you suspect shot the mundane man spider actually shot the mundane man spider, and if the only way into the building and to the roof had been that stairwell through the front door and up that stairwell, and you hadn't passed them at any point in getting up there, well, it stands to reason that whoever shot the mundane man spider, your new nemesis, is probably, almost certainly, still there. And let me just roll a little thingy here. Mm-hmm. Yep. Right behind you. And you get hit in the back of the head. Let me find the little chart here for the surprise attack. They did not roll well on the surprise attack, fortunately. They rolled a 1. A 1.
Ooh. Straight.
But since you got that thing, you can dodge or parry.
I will attempt a parry.
A parry. All right. So once again, for parry, you roll on the general chart, adding your feats or meat, whichever skill it is. With any melee weapon, you have a thingy for, so whatever the appropriate melee weapon skill is. So you could do your... you could do
I
making
just have the
sharp
pipe
things.
now. I gave
You just have the pipe. Yeah. You could do that, but you could also do the Psycho Bruce Lee shit. That does count.
Okay.
It's basically any melee or any non-ranged combat skill.
Oof. I got a 3 plus 3 for the meat. That's 6. And I'm going to assume that's pummeling with the assistance of a large object for my skill. That's a total of 10.
Oof. Even without the penalties, that's a failure.
Oof.
Yep. So you get so you start to whirl around with the pipe that was once a safety bar in hand, only to be you just as you figure it out, you're like, wait a minute, you spin and you get hit in the head and you black out, losing consciousness. And there you see, as you start to go, 2 little white marshmallow feet step into your field of vision. And as your vision and your hearing start to fade, you hear... And that's where we'll end the session today, because I don't have anything else in my brain. We'll end the session there, because I also want to leave it on a cliffhanger so that we can play again with a bit more structure.
Yeah.
So thank you, everyone, for joining us. This was an incredibly impromptu stream. I'd been kind of wondering if we would at any point be doing a not the uwu speech marshmallows exactly my betrayal by the femme fatale. No, it's not possible. That never happens.
What? That's never a trope. It's just a completely unrelated marshmallow creature.
Yeah, just, I really wanted to undermine the entire hard-boiled noir genre, to really, to subvert expectations. That was a lot of fun. Thank you, Austin. So I think we'll play this again, for sure. I do want to eventually get HōL played with a group, but I think this is actually a pretty good one-on-one game, too. What did you think of the game so far, Zosh, considering that, we were playing with...
Yeah, this was really fucking fun.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if it was the game or just, getting to fucking improv for an evening, but this was an absolute blast.
Hell yeah. I think it's, it's a combination. Obviously, just being able to improv and goof around is always a good time.
Yeah.
But also, HōL, it's not a thick book. It's compared to a lot of game books, right? It's the width of what, I think a lot of modern supplements would be, right? And the game system is very, very simple, actually. I've been slowly trying to distill it to make it easier for people so we don't have to read through the handwritten pages. But the system is fun because it's simple. And because the system itself encourages a lot of freeform play in a way that, I find enjoyable. There are some freeform role-playing systems that I don't personally like because they're too freeform. I think this is a weird blend of crunch and freeform roleplay, which I enjoy. So yeah, I think we'll definitely play this again. I'm going to sit down and actually work out a scenario for next time. But what are we doing next on Han? Now that we have played through our session of Handful of Nerds presents Human Occupied Landfill, or HōL. We will be next Wednesday playing Daggerheart with guest game master Nico DeGaio. And we will be rescheduling the Imperium Maledictum game possibly for sometime next week as well. Not Wednesday, because Wednesday is the Nico DeGaio Daggerheart game. But possibly some other day that week. So please keep an eye out for that. And I'm just gonna hold on. I'm gonna make a thingy now. We're gonna start. Should we start inviting people to the Han server? It's just us. So should we start inviting people to the Han server?
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Yeah. So if you want to join the Han server, there's a linkity link.
The production server, or
no, not the production server. The
Oh, okay. Thank God. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That would have been anarchy. No, the Han community server. The Han community server.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah. So feel free to join there. You can keep an eye on what's coming up, and also our individual servers. We will be talking about it there. I know I'll make announcements on Twitter and elsewhere. So yeah, so we may have 2 streams next week, or we may just have one, and then another one the following week. Either way, 2 streams coming up. So I hope you'll join us for those. Thank you so much for not being one of the dominoes that fell, Zosh, and playing this game. I think this was a really, aside from being a fun night, I think this was actually a really good experiment. And yeah, I think it shows that. It makes me feel very good about our ability to still stream somehow on schedule. So, yeah. Once again, thank you everybody for joining us. I was Auntie Hunty. You can find me at youtube.com/@AuntieHunty and Auntie Hunty Games Room. Zosh, where can they find you? Who are you? Tell them about yourself.
You can find me at Zoshbox on YouTube. Alternatively, you can find me at Zoshbox. You can find me at Zoshbox on YouTube, Zoshbox40k on Blue Sky, or Zoshblog if Tumblr is to your liking.
I think your YouTube channel is Zoshbox40k.
Probably is. It's just Zoshbox on my display.
Right,
like the channel name. That's it. Yeah.
Yes, the URL is Zoshbox40k.
It is. Okay, it is Zoshbox40k. That's right, because it's the Gmail that I set it up under.
But you can always change the URL, just so you know, if you would prefer.
I think it's fine.
Okay. But yes, and so check us out. And if you are new to Handful of Nerds, please consider subscribing. All right. I guess we're going to call it there. Everybody have a lovely evening. Thank you once again for joining us. I'm going to fade out the music here so that it doesn't end abruptly, and hopefully this music doesn't get us copyright struck. I don't think it will. But
goodbye. Thank you all for watching.
Farewell.